Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Steve Hearsell. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Steve Hearsell to the channel. Yes, coming from Cars 3, from the Cars 3 series, is Stevie. Now, Steve is a hearse, or what they call a funeral car. Other countries call them the coaches. So basically, inside this car, there is a coffin or a casket. Some people call them coffins, others call them casket. So the casket or the coffin is inside this huge vehicle. Super interesting, right? This vehicle. So it's inside the blister, right? From the Florida 500. There's a lot of cars that were from Florida 500 back in Cars 3 series. Here are some of the cars in the back that were released for the Florida 500 series. Some of them were pretty amazing. Here's our friend Mater with the 95. That has to be some kind of a light up sign. And obviously, all the mumbo jumbo, as you can see. This is the racetrack from Florida 500. And here is Hearsell, or called Steve. Now, many thought that Steve was going to be the Super Chase, which wouldn't make so much sense because of the body style of the car, but that did not happen. He was basically a regular car, very difficult to find. Only place was seen was at an auto store. The auto store called O'Reilly. That's where I found it. During that year, the O'Reilly had very exclusive cars. Very interesting. It was no announcement. No one knew. You just happened to be buying cars or parts for your vehicle, and there were cars there. So that's how I found it. And as you can see, very nice graphic. Now, will not compare to the Blue Desert or the 2021 graphics are much better. This is design for cars is just tremendous. It kind of takes over the entire graphic package, you will say. So overall, super nice, fully black, right? I haven't seen these cars in a while. I haven't seen one in many years. Let's get him off the package and see him up close and personal. So now that the weekend is finally here, we get to do other things besides going to work, right? Yeah, just constantly be at work. It's not that fun. Let's just talk about cars and watch cars and movies. Talking about cars and movie, there's gotta be a Cars 4 movie coming up pretty soon. I would say maybe a year or two. Soon we're going to see the trailer, but hopefully they do more cars from Cars 3, because we're still missing a lot of cars from Cars 1, Cars 2. Hopefully they don't forget those cars, which means this entire whole collection, it's gonna go far. So here we have Steve up close and personal. As you know, he is fully blackened, and this type of coating was seen in older cars. It's some kind of a sort of like plastic or leather texture that they had. It's not smooth. I seen them in just the funeral cars, but I seen them in other vehicles. And maybe it's a thing. Who knows, right? So look at those curves from the back, almost like Flo and her friends have this type of wing. And some of the older cars back in those days, remember the 101 Dalmatians? That evil lady had this fancy super vehicle. I'll put it on the screen if I find it, and it had the same kind of this entire curve in this vehicle. And those vehicles were super long. Same as Steve here. I mean, you want to compare the length of this car? Let's bring up Lightning McQueen. Check that out. So this car is super long. Now, realistically, it's supposed to have a coffin or a dead car, and so realistically, it's a no-go. Right? You cannot fit a car in here. Not even a mini. You cannot even fit a mini or Guido, which has been one of the smallest cars from the Cars world. But we get the idea, right? We get the idea. This is a funeral car for people only. Now there's a detail here on the side of the car. Not really know what that really means at all. Perhaps has something to do with death. Now the name of the car for this particular star, Steve, doesn't really match him. I would say you want to name this car Hades. Yes, the name Hades for this particular car, this funeral car, will fit just perfectly, like duck in water. Overall, very, very nice. You see the bottom, see the size. So hopefully you found it. Hopefully you got them. Supposedly that this car was gonna get released with flames, and they were like really light purple, which made absolutely no sense. Why? Why would this car will have flames? Now, it would make more sense if it was white, sort of like a white funeral car. That would make sense, right? You don't have a dead person in there. You carry an angel. Now you're white. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying. Thank you for watching, and I will see you back. I will definitely see you back tomorrow.